Guided games is a way to allow solo players to seek out clans.
Guided games are our way of making sure everyone who loves Destiny can play every piece of content we build.
I recently made a post on Reddit about guided games, which not long after being posted got taken down by the moderators, regardless of people actually finding it useful. Don't ask why, it just did. So I decided to make a video instead. Now, guided games beta has been out since the launch of Destiny 2 back in 2017 and remains in beta still today. There are many problems with guided games and LFG that I'm sure many of you players out there would agree with me, from toxic groups to not being able to find a group, and yeah, well, don't worry, we've all been there. You must have 200 clears. Must have Xenophage, 55 flawless runs, a 5-minute solo flawless speedrun, and no. Post all your worst nightmares about your LFG experience down below because I'm sure it won't beat the horror stories I've heard. Let's start with guided games. The problem with guided games is that you really don't know what you're getting into. You search as a seeker or you search for seekers and you get whoever's in line. That is, if you get someone to begin with. Sometimes you may be searching for 10 minutes, other times it could take hours, and in the end you could just be disappointed with the team or player that you found for whatever reason, like, oh, I gotta go take my dog for a walk. Or you meet someone so toxic you'd rather just leave. Or someone's internet lags out. Or anything. You really don't have much, if any, control over it whatsoever, and you've wasted all that time for nothing. Don't get me wrong, it's a simple and straightforward system Bungie has put into the game. You look for a group, agree to the terms, and then happy days. Search for a group for a few hours, but it's just too simple to the point it just doesn't work. Not effectively, that is. Now, how Bungie can fix this problem and make it better? Simple. Remove guided games completely. No, but seriously. Remove it and implement a new internal cross-platform LFG system when crossplay arrives. We'll get into that shortly. Now, LFG on the other hand, PC has a huge LFG system with its Discord server, which anyone on the platform can use, but it's mostly a PC LFG. There's hundreds of thousands of people in the Discord, and you can find a group for anything you need to do in the game in seconds. Xbox LFG, you can do the same if a new season is just released, but then things die down and the LFG also dies, and you spend a good hour or two just looking for the right LFG group for the activity you need to do. Now, I'm an Xbox main and I use LFG to find raid groups, dungeon groups and nightfall groups, and I'm not gonna lie, I've spent more time looking for a group to the point where I may as well just solo the activity, it would be faster. The majority of the time though, I usually find a group. The quality of the group though, are they good? Am I good enough for that group? Are they gonna be toxic? Are they gonna kick me if I make a mistake? Are they gonna make fun of me because I'm a warlock with a terrible taste of colour? Or, okay, because I'm British? The list goes on. How many groups have you been in that were actually successful and positive groups with no one complaining and no one arguing that you've been in a raid encounter for 1 hour straight? And I'm talking to those who go into groups that don't demand 2 million raid clears, where no one raid reports each other and you just take their word that they are good at the game. Yeah, the problem with LFG on platforms like the Xbox is it's too unpopulated, and the population it does have, you won't find the best teams simply because they're all friends and clans who play together. LFG to most people is just a place for those lone guardians looking to do something that requires other people, or you require additional help with something that you may not be able to do on your own. And don't get me wrong, some LFG groups aren't all that bad that people make out, but it could be better if Destiny just had its own system. Destiny 2 is a multiplayer game. It's played better with others, and Destiny 2 really needs a good LFG system that works for all types of players. Whether you're good at the game, bad at the game, everybody should be equal. I mean, sure, if you want fast runs, go make a toxic post. Must have 25 clears. There's really nothing wrong with that in my opinion. If that is what people want to do, then let them do it. But there needs to be a new system in place that's rewarding for those who do help others. And this takes us to the LFG 2.0. So how can Bungie improve the guided games feature? I mentioned earlier, they just need to remove it, right? Yeah, true, but replace it with an internal LFG system that works by cross-platform. This would make it easier to access as it would be built into the game's directory. You would have filters where you can determine exactly who or what you're looking for. These filters would be applied by the LFG type, LFM, looking for more, you are looking for other players to join you, or LFG, looking for group, seeking to join someone else's group. More filters would be applied from your choosing, such as the platform people are playing on. Do you want just console players for your Iron Banner game, or PC players, or all the players? The requirements: the player must own Beyond Light or Season of the Splicer, or no requirements. The members needed: how many players do you need if looking for more? The activity: is it a Nightmare Hunt, a Harbinger mission, a Shattered Throne, or a Last Wish raid? The difficulty: is it a Legend or Master activity, or just your casual hero? Then you have other requirements like: does the player require 10 clears or 12? or none? Do they need to be 1320 power or any power level? Requires a mic or no mic? Do you want them to know what to do or willing to teach? Other filters would be applied if needed, from events to dungeons to quests, if you just want to do anything of that specific activity type. You would also be able to add custom filters like triumphs or flawless run to show that is what you intend to do, as well as being able to write a brief title and description of the post and the start time of the activity, as well as the language if using voice chat. It would be similar to the Xbox LFG, but implemented internally to Destiny 2. The rewarding of the system would need to be in serious shape. For using the internal LFG system to find groups or members, you would need to have a ranking system that defines your LFG reputation. Are you somebody who leaves a group and doesn't complete the activity with the group you joined, or did you complete it? There would be multiple reputation ranks, and it would go by points. 0 to 25 points would give you a bad reputation, 26 to 74 would be normal, and 75 to 100 would be a good reputation. All players would see your LFG reputation when you are seeking or creating LFG groups. If you had a bad or good reputation, this would be flagged on your account to be easily noticed by other guardians. A bad reputation flagged on your account means you have either an unreliable internet connection, or you quit the majority of games early, don't complete the activity with the group's instance once spawned, or unknown. This makes you an unreliable player to play with. A normal reputation would be that the majority of games you play are completed at least 9 times out of 10, and you are a reliable player to play with and stick around to the end often. A good reputation would mean that you never leave a game and always complete the activity till the end, regardless of the duration it has taken. Now, how you earn and lose points is defined by multiple things. If you join an activity, land in the activity, and then leave after 5 minutes, you lose 5 points. However, if you leave a group when you have been in the activity for more than X specified time for the activity type, raids being 2 hours, nightfalls being 30 minutes, and so on, you neither lose or gain points as you meet the expected minimum time length. If you are a fireteam leader and you leave your own group within the specified time for the activity type, you are temporarily banned from creating looking for more groups to host for a certain duration. But you can still join groups, you don't lose or gain any points, but if this happens often, your account will be highlighted for unreliable fireteam leader if you don't complete more activities than you abandon. If you join an activity and complete it, you gain 5 points. If you are kicked from an activity by the fireteam leader, you don't lose any points nor gain any. But if being kicked from LFG groups remains as a continuous figure, this will be noted and highlighted on your account that you were kicked from X amount of activities. Example, this player was kicked from 27 LFG groups in the raiding activities. But if you are a fireteam leader and you kick someone from your LFG group, you lose 25 points if the player being kicked was kicked from the activity with less than 2 minutes remaining before the activity's completion. This avoids any unwanted kicks from toxic players. The only exception is a vote kick, with 3 or more successful votes to kick someone from the group, regardless of the activity's remaining time before completion. If you are a fireteam leader or member of the group, you will gain an additional point for every player you guide through a raid or dungeon for the first time, in addition to getting noticed that you often help other players with no clears if this remains a continuous ongoing thing. The rewarding of the system, if you reach 0 points, you are banned from using the internal LFG system temporarily. If you reach 100 points, you are given an emblem for Season of the X, showing your valuable reputation level. The ultimate goal of this system is to have an internal LFG cross-platform system that works for all players in all experience levels. Whether you want someone to play with that has 50 raid clears, or you have no clears and are looking for help, the quality and value of the reputation and ranking system would greatly help you, as it would show on all players' profiles what sort of person they are when using this system. Like, oh, this player kicks a lot of players, must be toxic, right? Oh, this person has carried 120 players, must be reliable. And this person hardly ever fails his raids, must be a good group to raid with. With this system in place, you'd be able to find the right person for the right activity. Guys, give me your thoughts below on guided games and the LFG system you currently use. But now that is all for this topic, something slightly different than my usual videos I do, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Take care, subscribe and share, discuss below, and for now, peace out.